Solar system is a hostile place, but fortunately planet Earth is covered with an invisible blanket that shields us from the danger of any cosmic radiations. This invisible shield is well known as magnetic field. The Earth's magnetic field is not completely understood by the science, but many experts came with the conclusion that it has been associated with electrical currents produced by the coupling and convective effects of rotation in the spinning liquid metallic outer core of iron and nickel. Magnetic fields are commonly the products of the motion of electrical charges. This mechanism is termed as the dynamo effect. Imagine that Earth is a giant magnet surrounded by an invisible layer of force. Like a magnet, it has north and south pole or positive and negative end. This giant magnetic field has been also divided into two parts, which are the inner and the outer Van Allen belt. Van Allen radiation belts, two zones encircling the Earth in which there are relatively large numbers of high-energy fast-moving charged particles. Another detail of magnetic field that is not well understood is the switching up poles. The experts who are studying the magnetic fossils found out that Earth's magnetic field reverses itself every million years or so. The magnetic field protects our planet and the surface environment against the sun's deadly radiations. This radiation is commonly termed as the solar winds. Solar winds are highly charged particles blasted constantly from the sun like a steady wind. The magnetosphere channels the solar wind around the planet. The sun not only releases solar wind but also coronal mass ejections, which is a hail of radioactive particles, but once again the magnetic field shields the planet from it. According to the gathered sources and information, experts are suggesting that the Earth's magnetic field starts to lose its power or becoming weak compared to before. The experts figured out that there are some parts of the globe that has a weak layer of the magnetosphere, or worse, nothing at all. If the first suggestion by these experts were true, the Earth was surely in a devastating state and might end up like Mars. Mars is one of the planets that was said to be able to support life like the Earth, but there are many scientists concluded that the reason why Mars looks what we are seeing today is because the loss of its magnetosphere. If these radiations hits the surface and penetrates living tissue, it may cause cancers and mutation of living cells. One of the natural scenery causes by the weak magnetic field is the auroras. Northern lights or aurora borealis are like dazzling displays in the skies formed when solar particles slam into gases into our atmosphere, causing them to glow. The stronger the solar wind, the more dramatic the auroras are. Although beautiful, there's a sign of ferocious battle between our magnetosphere and the invading solar radiations. In further research, another suggestion from experts in the field about Earth's magnetosphere is that it is not weakening but only starting to switch poles. Switching up poles is better than losing or having none, but results are not certain. One of the processes of switching poles is losing or making holes in other parts of the globe, which leaves the planet vulnerable to the harmful particles from the sun. The second thing is that the switching up poles might bring disadvantage to the current technologies, which are depending to the magnetosphere of the Earth, where the magnetic field has revered. Lethal cosmic radiation that is normally deflected away from the Earth is getting through. Like for instance is the South Atlantic anomaly, which stretches over 3 million square miles, that it reaches much of the South America. Radiation currently reaches our upper atmosphere, so it mostly affects our spacecraft and satellites, but if the anomaly grows at its present rate, someday it will reach us. The storm is only just beginning. If it grows, our vital protection against solar winds and radiations will shrink and our sun will turn from our friend to our enemy. Magnetosphere doesn't only play its role outside the planet but also inside the planet, in the biosphere. When it comes to navigation, magnetic field is a very useful thing, especially to the migrating animals. The magnetism of the Earth began its function last 2 billion years ago, and which simply means animals are also benefiting from it since then. There are so many species of animals that depends on the magnetosphere, especially the migrating species, such as birds, whales, fishes, and other more. These animals have a special ability to navigate using the magnetosphere of the Earth. Their ability seems like a built-in compass or GPS locator to point out the direction they are supposed to go. There are some reasons why these animals need to migrate into other places. Basically, the main reason why this animal needs to move to another place is for survival. Like for instance, birds in Calgary, many of the birds cannot withstand the extreme cold, so they need to fly away to other parts of the globe where the climate is warm, countries like near the equator. A recent species of salmon has been discovered to have an ability to be able to navigate by the aid of magnetosphere. Marine biologists at first are puzzled how the salmons navigate back to where they were born after they traveled 4,000 miles in the open ocean. Drawn by curiosity, marine biologists observe the same species of salmon, the sockeye salmon, through the years. They figured out that since the salmons were born, they are already imprinting the geomagnetic intensity of the area. These river-born salmon makes a mental note of the particular magnetism of the freshwater and saltwater convergence and then try to navigate back to this particular spot. The observers also found out that where the salmons used as a path to home depends on magnetic intensity. Magnetic field is very important to sustain life in Earth. It gives us full benefit by protecting the Earth against cosmic radiations. This invisible shield is just one of the wonders and mysteries of our own planet.